Welcome students again into the 12th science chemistry class. Now in the last lecture we solved the problem number 4.14. Now this is the example number 4.15. Into that we also have to calculate the standard enthalpy of the given reaction. And they again give us the data of the three different reactions. By using that data, that three different reactions enthalpies, we have to calculate the enthalpy of the given reaction or required reaction. Now here also the required equation is given us. What is that equation? See on the blackboard. Now here the example is calculate the standard enthalpy of the reaction SiO2 solid plus thrice C graphite gives SiC silicon carbide solid plus 2 carbon monoxide gas molecules. Now from the following reaction, these three reactions are there. Now we always think when such problems we have to solve that how the required equation or given equation can be obtained by doing some processes on these three equations. For that always see what is to the reactant sides or left hand side. Now there are the SiO2 solid and 3C graphite carbon are there. Now here SiO2 solid is in this first equation and graphite 2 here in the second and 1 in the third. That means we have to add this second and third equation and we have to reverse this first equation so that this SiO2 go to the left hand side. That means after reversing this first equation, we have to add the reverse equation, second equation and the third equation. Then we obtain the reactant to the left hand side. And what is the to the right hand side? The products are Si silicon carbide and carbon monoxide 2 moles. Now here silicon carbide is in this third equation to the right hand side this, and the carbon monoxide gas here is the carbon monoxide gas twice CO. Now this is to again into the right hand side. That means we do not have to reverse the second or third, only reverse the first equation and add the three equation. So during solvation of such example, how we can write in the solution to obtain the required equation, reverse the equation first and add it in equations second and third. In this way we have to reverse the equation first and then add the reverse equation, the second equation and the third equation. Then we obtain this required equation, and after addition that three equation their enthalpy changes, we obtain the enthalpy change of this reaction. Now see on the blackboard how I add that equation. See there. Now I write again the reverse equation, first reverse equation. What is the reverse equation here? Now see I write as SiO2 solid to the left hand side of the first equation and Si silicon solid and oxygen gas I write to the right hand side. Now change the sign of the enthalpy change because we reverse this equation. Now here the value is minus 911 kilojoule, but I write here plus 911 kilojoule because we reverse the equation. So enthalpy, the sign of the enthalpy change also get changed, that is reverse. If it is positive, it becomes negative, and if it is negative, it becomes positive. Now here I write the sign as positive because in this first equation the sign of this enthalpy change is negative here. So I write here 911 plus 911 kilojoule. And the second and the third equation I write as it is. Now this is the second and third. Now what is here right hand side of this equation, and here is the silicon to the left hand side of this equation. The oxygen here to the left hand side and the oxygen here to the right hand side. Now what is remaining? SiO2 gas. Now this is SiO2 solid. Now it is the gas. It is given as solid. By mistake I write the gas. Now this is the SiO2 solid. Now again 2 carbon plus 1 carbon, that means 3 carbon graphite. Now this is to the left hand side. Now what is remaining to the right hand side? Here is SiC silicon carbide solid and twice CO gas. Only these are remaining. Now only add all these 3 enthalpies. Now there is one positive enthalpy and 2 are the negative enthalpy. First add these 2 negative enthalpy. First add. Give them the negative side. And then from this 911, which is the bigger value, subtract this negative enthalpy of this summation. Then you obtain the value 624 kilojoule, but the sign is positive because 911 is the bigger quantity or bigger number. So the sign is, so the heat of reaction of this numerical, that is 4.14, the value of heat of reaction is 624 kilojoule. Now student, let us learn about the spontaneous process. The spontaneous process is also called as the irreversible process. We already learned about the reversible process, how the maximum work is obtained in the reversible process. But now we have to learn, or we have to get the information, more information about the irreversible process. At that time I told you that the irreversible process is only unidirectional process, and it completes in a one step. That means from the initial state to final state it gets completed, and during completion of this reaction so many energy get, that is, removed from that. So this spontaneous process is very fast process, and again this process do not require any external agency to carry it out. That means to supply the more temperature or more pressure in this. It can occur with its own accord. It is very natural and spontaneous process. Generally maximum processes are the irreversible or spontaneous processes. For reversible process we require the external agency or sophisticated instruments. Now what is the definition of this spontaneous or irreversible process? Let us learn. Now this spontaneous process have a natural tendency to occur and do not require any external influence for their occurrence. That means the spontaneous process has a tendency to occur in a natural accord, or the spontaneous process have a natural tendency to occur and it do not require any external agency or influence for their occurrence. Now that is the natural and irreversible processes. The process which occur with a natural tendency and which does not require any external influence is called as the spontaneous process, or it is also called as the irreversible process. As that of the water flows from hill into the ground, that is also the spontaneous natural process, or that is the formation of curd, yogurt from that of the milk, that is also natural process. It cannot be reversed again, the curd converted to the milk, we cannot do that. Or the water which is flow to the ground cannot be again flow on the hills. Only it requires the, that is the pump, and then that is there. But the natural process do not require any external agencies. Now what are the key points of these spontaneous processes? Let us learn. Now the key points of spontaneous process or irreversible process. The first key point is this irreversible process occurs of its own. the spontaneous process. Now let us learn the next key points of the spontaneous processes. But first you take the screenshots and write down these blackboard writing in your textbook in a beautiful handwriting, students, because notes are very important. So write down the notes and we will take then the another key points of the spontaneous process. Now see, students, the another that is the important key point of the this irreversible spontaneous process. Now what is that another key point? See there, second key point. It provides, it means this spontaneous process proceeds, this spontaneous process proceeds means carry on in only one direction and cannot take place in the opposite direction unless the external stimulant is present. Now I told you that if the water is falling from hilly area to the ground, it naturally follows. It is the spontaneous process. But if we have to again pump this water by using the pump again into on the hilly area, it requires the pump, that is the external stimulant. That means the natural process or this spontaneous process, or it is also called as the irreversible process, only occur in one direction. It not naturally occur into the opposite direction. But if we have to proceed that process, that is natural process, to the opposite direction, it requires the external stimulants. That is the second key point. Now third key point is that the spontaneous process can be rapid or slow, and the spontaneity is not concerned with the rate of the reaction. It may be fast reaction or it may be the slow reaction, but the rate is not concerned only on the spontaneity. That is the next third point. The rate does not depend, though it is fast or slow, on its spontaneity. That is its irreversibility. Now next, that is the fourth point. This process continues till equilibrium is reached. This process is continuous in one direction, still the equilibrium is reached, and the spontaneous or the natural processes tend to occur in one direction that leads to the equilibrium. Now the spontaneous processes always tend to occur in one direction in that they acquire the equilibrium. That is the fourth point. In the direction, they always tend to that direction, that one direction in which they acquire the equilibrium. Now next topic is energy and spontaneity. Now we know that in the spontaneous process always the energy decreases. I already told you about that. Now the spontaneous reaction takes place in the direction in which energy of the system is lower. Remember, students, the spontaneous process always takes place in a direction or in such a direction in which energy of the system is lowered or decreases. Now this spontaneous process is accompanied by release of energy. Then and then the processes occur. In this process always there is the release of energy. So the spontaneous process is accompanied by a release of energy. For example, the reaction between HCl and NaOH is always exothermic because the delta reaction H is minus 57 kilojoule. As the minus sign denotes that there is the release of energy of 57 kilojoule when 1 mole of HCl and 1 mole of NaOH react. That is the heat of neutralization. It is also called as the heat of neutralization of strong acid and strong base, and it is constant. It is minus 57 kilojoule per mole. Now the minus sign that is indicate that this is the exothermic process because heat get released. But there are another some reactions are there, though they are the spontaneous process or natural process, but still they are endothermic. For example, on the other hand, now see this, the reaction between HCl and NaOH is exothermic. Delta reaction HGO is equal to minus 57 kilojoule, and it is the spontaneous reaction. But on the other hand, melting of ice above the 0 degree centigrade is spontaneous, but in that case it absorbs heat, but it is endothermic, though it is spontaneous. And also the dissolution of NaCl also is endothermic reaction because the heat of dissolution of NaCl is plus 3.9 kilojoule. The positive sign indicates that heat get absorbed, that is endothermic reaction. So question is that, so it is clear that the exothermicity is not the sufficient criteria for deciding the spontaneity of the reaction. That is the exothermicity or endothermicity are not the criteria, or only we think that in this spontaneous reaction energy is always released, but there are some example in which though they are spontaneous, they absorb the heat. So exothermicity is not only the criteria for deciding the spontaneity of the reaction. So therefore there needs another factor which decides the spontaneity of the reaction, and that factor is called as the entropy. Now we will learn in the next lecture what is this entropy. Now entropy is very important criteria for deciding if the reaction is spontaneous or not, and that entropy then decides the spontaneity of the reaction. Only the exothermicity is not the criteria to decide the spontaneity of the reaction. We need another factor, and that is the entropy. We will learn in the next lecture. But if students, you understand these all key points of the spontaneous reaction, that is the irreversible reaction, again the definition of the spontaneous irreversible reaction, and the numerical 4.15, and also about the topic energy and spontaneity, if you understand very well, then you subscribe, like and share this video, because this is very important video for the other 12th science students, so that they also can understand and they can take the advantage of this video for their study, and they acquire the maximum marks or points in their examination. Thank you for watching this video. Now take the screenshot. Write down the notes in a beautiful handwriting. Thank you very much.